Hello and welcome to the Act of Regression VIP beta. First of all, I want to get straight out of the way, this is a non-final version of the game. It's been said it's a beta or a beta, depends on where you live. It's very early into the process. There's only one nation available, the US, out of the 3 nations, or 3 armies I should say, that are going to be available. There's loads of known bugs, and they just wanted to show the, I guess, progress they have made since all the announcement videos and all the little update videos they've posted. And I'm very glad that I was picked by Yugen Systems, the people that also made the Wargame franchise, to give me a VIP key so I can show you the game. I want to warn you, I'm going to talk for the next 4 to 5 minutes about what I think about this game, and how it feels compared to other RTS games, in the current market. And if you don't want to hear about, me talking, please don't bother listening to me anymore. Just open the description below the video and skip ahead to a certain timer, and you'll just jump straight into the action. Or if you do want to sit here, obviously just don't do anything and just sit here for like 10 more seconds before I start talking about something else. So with those people gone, and the actual people that want to listen to what I have to say about this game still here, welcome to you, kind people. It's a very interesting game. I've played about an hour of it so far, and it's like a mixture between the last. It's kind of a mixture between, in my opinion, the Generals series from Command & Conquer and Company Heroes, and some of the actual war game, franchise itself. Where if we're talking Command & Conquer, the link between this game and Command & Conquer is basically the modern units, how do you have to say it, like the environments, the idea, the general feeling of the game. It feels a lot, even like the menu screens and everything, it just feels so much like Command & Conquer, which is not a bad thing at all. It's actually a very good thing, because it makes, people who are familiar playing those games, like I played Command & Conquer, and especially Generals, and Generals were for hours and hours and hours. I could go on, just like hundreds or even, if not thousands of hours in very easily. So it's a very welcoming game to people that played those games. The link between this game and Company Heroes is there's 3 resources. In Company Heroes, it's obviously manpower, fuel, and munitions. I think they're called fuel munitions. If I'm wrong, don't kill me. Whereas in this game, there's also 3 resources, but they're called money, or cash. Money or cash, rare earth resources, and aluminium. And whereas, for example, if you want to build infantry in Company Heroes, you just use cash, but if you want to build like a tank, you'll need, munitions and fuel. Same in this game. If you want to build infantry, you only need like cheap money, which is easy to get, and you'll have a lot of usually. But when you want, for example, if you want to build a nuke, you have to get cash and probably aluminium and the rare earth resources. So it's a very interesting thing. But the most interesting thing is, and I'll show you that in the game, obviously, is where you have to harvest this, where it actually goes back to Command & Conquer again. People that have played Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun might remember that the Nod had like some sort of, obviously everyone had to harvest Tiberium to make money, but the Nod actually had a harvester that would harvest, I think, I can't remember their name, but they would make toxin missiles out of those. It was like a giant orange thing. It was very toxic, and only these special harvesters could go over it without, taking damage. And it kind of reminds me of that, because you have 3 different resources. Obviously, cash is not something you really have to mine. You're able to like mine oil for cash, but the main thing you're going to be mining are aluminium and rare earth resource. It's a hard word to say, or hard sentence to say. And how they do it is amazing. And there's so many little tweaks and things I just love. Like, for example, if you tell a unit to travel, let's say from base 1 to base 2, they're going to go on a road because it's faster. Stuff like that throwing it back to Wargame, where it actually is more realistic. A tank cannot traverse a road as fast, or sorry, like a random like field as fast as it can traverse like a highway. Obviously, in a highway, it's going to be way faster, way more maneuverable than in like a field of grass or even a marsh. So I think that's a great thing they've done there with the game, and I really want to. Especially, it's not a bad thing that I see Wargame, Company Heroes, and Command & Conquer in this game. It's basically, it mushes it all together in what I've so far seen into a very good game. So I guess it's, me done talking. But what I had in mind for this video was really just showing you the game today. I'm going to try and do a lot of games because I don't really want to, get my ass stomped by people that are way better at this game than I am. I just want to show you the units and the buildings and everything. And then tomorrow on Saturday, I'll show you, well, on Saturday, what day is it? On the 16th of May, I'll show you the game, hopefully against someone else. So you also get a feeling for the gameplay, how that is. Although I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. At least you'll see how I get my ass kicked. But for now, I just wanted to show you the units, the base building area, how like resources work. Because even for new players, I had no idea what I had to do. There was no tutorial, obviously, in the beta or beta. So I was really like afraid to play this game at all. So I hope you guys will also learn something from this, whether you are in the beta or not, because if you're interested in this game, you might want to, try and watch this video and like learn from it and learn from the mistakes I made. So let's launch the game, and then I hope you guys will find it interesting. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is what I've learned, or what in my opinion, is upgrade the long-range recon team. This little truck is your main thing. This thing is the most important thing in the beginning. This truck will find these aluminium resources, which are one of the good resources you want to find. It will find the oil resources, and if you're lucky enough, you'll also find some rare earth resources, which are the ones that you don't really need now, but you'll need them later on in the game. So let's take a look. Also, another thing in really Company Heroes is the DEFCON styles. There's 3 levels of well, actually, there's 3 levels of DEFCON. There's DEFCON 3, this is the starting one. There's 2, and there's number 1. So people that have played Company Heroes and people that watch this video probably have, or some of you probably have. As the Wehrmacht, you had to upgrade your your headquarters in order to build new buildings. You have to go to a certain phase. I can't remember all the names of the phases, but you might remember, you might understand what I'm trying to say. You had to upgrade phases. You had to upgrade your headquarters to be able to build new buildings. Same here. DEFCON 3s are starting. You could just build, these if you build a power plant or a barracks here. But DEFCON 2, you actually need to upgrade, and you need to upgrade that in your headquarters, which you'll need aluminium for, which is the stuff you need to search for. So getting your truck upgraded, first of all, is the most important thing. It's a very cheap upgrade. It's only 750. I can't show it anymore, but it's only 750. It adds a grenade launcher. And it adds a even bigger area of a bigger side area, a bigger line of sight area, which is very important because this vehicle, as far as I know, and I'm not an expert, so don't kill me if I'm wrong, is one, if not the only vehicle that can find these resources for you. If you have 25,000 tanks scarring the map, you cannot find these resources. You need one of these little like funny trucks to do it. So we'll just have this truck driving around, and we'll start building a where is this thing? We'll build 1 fuel generator. Another funny thing is, and this is your base build area. It's going to be very hard for me to explain everything at once because it's still a little bit unknown to me. But I'll just put this here, and you can see there's these arrows here. This is this is where builders come from. This is where, if you build a base, for example, here, this is basically, again, this is like World Alert 3 playing as a Japanese, where you, for example, build a building, a truck comes out, deploys on that area, and starts building it. So I've now just built solar panels, which, give me some power, pardon me, and all those builders will come out of here. So as you can see, I cannot build a building over there because otherwise I'll be blocking a building or blocking the door, and I'll never be able to build anything else. Same for this one. This is for refinery trucks. I'll show that in a second because I'm going to build one right now. This is a giant oil field. Oil fields give money. You can see they're called, well, I'll just call it money. You'll call them resources. You can call it cash. I'll just call it money or cash. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go to DEFCON 3. We're going to build a refinery. This was kind of unclear to me. First time I just built it right on top of it like a fucking pleb. But you have to actually get as much of those things inside that field, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put it right here. So I've got as many as possible inside that giant field. There's going to be a truck coming from the headquarters. It's going to start building the refinery. There we go. So now we have our cash, well, secure for the next... Well, a couple of, let's say for the next 15 minutes, we're going to have enough cash, because these are going to be, this is a lot of cash you got there. So he's going to build that, he's going to build that thing. And as you can see, it takes a while, you know, obviously the more advanced the building is, or the bigger the building is, the longer it's going to take. So when that's almost done, the refinery is going to start, you can see these things change.
Building completed.
They just changed. And now, one of them is being, how do you call it in English? One of them is being drilled into, and the refinery is taking that and putting it on one of those trucks. I'm actually gonna build another one of these because they are actually pretty useful to have. I don't really think it's you actually need more than 2 at this point, but I'm just gonna put in 2 just to be sure. So I've got 2 trucks going here, and this truck is gonna drive to the base and go inside one of these doors, which we can turn a camera into. And there we go. And he just delivered, you can see, he just delivered, I think, 200 or 400 in total, money or cash or whatever. So these trucks will just do that until this, you know, area is done for. You can get all kinds of upgrades, you know, to upgrade the speed and that stuff. But let's get another refinery, because now our cash is pretty secure. Now let's get let's get a truck going over here. And let's get another refinery going over here, because there's a lot of aluminium, which I can just get if I put it right there. Another very big field of aluminium. So now we've secured our cash, and we've secured an aluminium flow for the next, you know, let's say 15 minutes at the very least. Let's take a look now. The next important thing is, how fast do you want us to go? This is a very short route, obviously. You know, they're pretty slow, but you know they can make it pretty fast. But this is a very long road for him to take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build an LEM. I'm going to build one of these buildings which allows these trucks to take a shorter distance route towards this building, which will also stock resources, both rare earth and aluminium. You don't really need a cash stock, but you, of course, you know, because you can put that in your pockets or whatever, or you know, in your mom's laundry bucket. But you cannot really put rare earth or aluminium there, so that's why you have to build buildings to keep a stock up. Basically, imagine them as like silos from the very old Command and Conquer games, where you had to build, you know, silos needed, silos needed, silos needed, where you know you would have too much resources. You would have to build silos to keep, you know, getting them. So we have built this building, which is going to enable this truck, which will have to put him drop-off point over here. Now he's going to drop off the stuff there, which will still take 10 seconds off his trip. And we're going to build another one, because this is quite a long drive, and I think we can definitely use another one. So now we have our aluminium and my cash flow pretty secure. We're going to build, this of course is very slow, but you know, I'm just trying to show you what I did. I'm going to build a barracks, and the barracks has infantry has a very important role in my opinion. So we're going to build one over here, and you see these orange dots on the map, these orange blocks. These are giant buildings, which you can already see there in the pop-up menu, or the pop-up thing here. It says, can be occupied and assaulted with generated cash, or the orange circle, for each infantry soldier inside. Now, what we're going to do is, you can see the difference here. This one has 20,000. These have 60,000 cash in them. Thing is, one soldier generates two cash. So we're going to get 6 soldiers, which is the maximum number of occupants, I think, in the building. Yes, it's 6. And how many can fit in here? It's 6. So we're going to get 6 soldiers, who are each 200 But, you know, they'll get their money back in no time. Don't you worry. They'll get it back very fast. I'm going to build some soldiers to put them in the building, and we're starting more cash. So I've got the cash flow very secure. I've got a barracks. I actually am going to upgrade. Nah, I'm not going to upgrade them with sobs because it's just, you know, just playing against no one, so there's no point. But you can upgrade them. You know, there's upgrades, there's infantry, there's upgrades everywhere. But I'll get to that in due time. What we're going to do immediately, though, is we're going to... Wait, is this a shredder? No, it's not. No, okay. So, what we're going to do next is we got our barracks, we've got an LEM, we got refineries, we've got our headquarters obviously over here. I don't really need MG nests, but, you know, just for the sake of, you know, how they look like, I'll build one of them over here. And we've got 6 soldiers, we'll put them in this building, and we'll start earning some more cash. Up to, I think, 20,000 until, you know, before this building turns empty. So we have, this is working fine. This truck here, these trucks are working fine. Now let's move on to the next building. We have already have a field generator, but I feel like, you know, I'm going to be expanding soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another one right here out of, you know, out of anyone's harm. I don't want like trucks or cars to be, you know, obstructed by this. So that's a pretty good place to put that one. I'm not going to build a field hospital or a light vehicles bay right now because I want to build a logistical center. And because with this building, if I'm not mistaken, if we built one of these, and it's going to be a tough spot to put them because I don't want to put them in. We could just put it over here. I don't want to put it on the road because that's just being stupid. I'll just put it over here and not block the road entirely anyway. With the logistical center up, we can then upgrade our trucks to go faster and take more on a trip. Take double the speed and double the trip pardon me. Take double the resource on the truck and have double the speed. Also over here, you can see we're getting 12 every second, maybe even like 12 every half second. It's going pretty fast, and this, you know, is only one of them. But imagine you have one of these big ones, or even 2 of these big ones. You can definitely understand. This is a 40,000. This is a 60,000 one. You can definitely understand that it's a lot of cash we're just getting for free, and these guys have already earned their money back pretty much because in 10 seconds. Well, let's say it's 12 per second. Let's say it's 10 per second. So in about 18 seconds, you already earn one of these soldiers back. So in like a few minutes, you've already earned your soldiers back, and then all the rest is just profit. So it's very worth doing that. So I got my logistics. Let's upgrade the turbo compressor. So the M993s actually, pardon me, I'm got a little bit of a cold. The M993s actually have double speed, which is a great big boost, especially for these guys doing this route. Let's take a look. So, headquarters, armory. No, now we're going to build a light vehicles bay. We'll put that over here. I'll put it on the road, actually.
Upgrade completed.
Hang on. I can't build there anymore. We'll just put it over here. That's fine. Vehicles can just drive around. We'll just put it over there. Also, here's the machine gun nest, which is upgradable with an added, it doesn't replace it, but it adds a tow launcher and it adds a stinger if you wanted to. So that's very useful. And you still have your, you know, you can have a stinger, tow, and machine gun nest defense system all in one. It's pretty useful, actually. So we're building the light vehicles bay, which enables you to build, like, you know, Strikers and Humvees. It's basically, you know, the early units, kind of like you know, the half-track building. I always call the half-track building in Company Heroes for the Wehrmacht. You can see here Strikers, all kinds of Strikers, by the way. Strikers with guns, with artillery guns, with, you know, ATGMs, with a machine gun, with a mortar, and a Blazer, which is basically, I think, a Striker with a Stinger missile on this. And a Gatling autocannon, which sounds really awesome. You know, you can get all kinds of upgrades here again. You can get, they can even detect stealth units with that upgrade. So moving on, we have our light vehicles bay. I'm not really going to build effort units. Just going to try and show you the game and, you know, and how I think it works. We're gonna get another field generator. We'll put that over. Hang on. Well, the only thing I don't understand really, and I'm not sure if that's just me being stupid, but I cannot really find anywhere on how to expand this area. It says here with the LEM you can expand the base construction zone, so I'll just put one over here and see if, you know, it does expand. I hope so, because then I can build some other stuff. In the meantime, I'll quickly I'll research DEFCON 2 so I can also show you some DEFCON 2 buildings. All right.
Building completed.
Okay. Okay, it does slightly expand. Okay, that's good. That is good. That is good in the hood. All right, so these buildings, these LEMs, will allow you to expand your base area. One of the coolest things I think is that it actually shows the stockpiles here. Like I'll build a I'll probably need to build field generators here, and you can see that I'm actually not using that money. Hang on, I need to use. I should probably build a field hospital, and then you can see what I mean. Or that's not possible. Oh fuck! This is possible though. Armory door.
Building completed.
You'll see this is going to go down because an armory costs 1,000 of that blue stuff.
Building
it's gonna,
completed.
It actually, see, it dropped down and it went up again. So I think that's like something that's really cool in my eyes. I'm just a big fat like nerd when it comes to that stuff. I really love that crap. Did I already put my area? I think I did. Okay, good. Building the armory. It's just another upgrade center. As you can see, it's new upgrades, new abilities. So we got that building going completed. Up. It's basically, this is like, I almost like when I compare to the Kampfgruppe, like the Veterancy building you got in for the Wehrmacht. Let's start with DEFCON 2, and I think I need to get base projection, which I forgot. What's this? Do I get this over here? Hang on. I need, no, I think I got it over in the. Here we go, base projection. Because that now I can build an FOB, which is something that people that play War Game, Red Dragon, and will be very used to, which is basically just the, how do you say that? It is the, it's basically just a little forward base that you can make, and it really helps in this case because you can actually get a very big construction zone. You can place it anywhere on the map. Like I could place it here. Also place it all the way over here. One important thing to note is it requires its own power to stay alive. I'm not sure if it's going to link up to this power, but I'll just put it over here so we got a great big field to play with again. And I probably should get a refinery, or sorry, a power plant to go right next to this building as soon as possible, because it is very important you keep the FOB power, because I didn't do that in one of my initial games, and then I didn't realize that I didn't actually, well, I needed power, you know, in the FOB area too. I thought it, you know, all took off the same power plant, but it doesn't, because you'll see here in a second now it says network 1 because this is network 2. Network 2 has no power, so we're going to build network 2 a power plant from network 1. And then we're going to start building, we can also actually build the field hospital over here as soon as, can I not do that? Why, stuff like this is, oh, it needs to go next to the, okay, there we go. I'm not sure, maybe, you know, there's stuff that I still don't understand. I mean, I'm not the best, I just started playing this, so please do excuse me if I make stupid mistakes, but at least it fits over there. So now we can start building, for example, a helipad. Helipad. Holy shit, helipad. What's a helipad?
Building completed.
Helipad. We can build a phalanx, which I'll build just to show off what it looks like. And we're, by the way, so far over here, we still have enough of these aluminum fields. Aluminum. What's it called? I think it's aluminum. We're still doing good. So over here, oil is still doing okay-ish. Let me send my car
survey team at your disposal.
Over here and just start scouting for some more aluminium. I don't really need money because I got a lot of cash. You can see, oh, there's more oil over here though. Could use that maybe.
We're gonna check this perimeter.
Let's get this car scouting ahead. What's going on? And as you can see, these the best thing, as I said, they use the roads. Like, let's see, I'll just put them over here. Go into this cross intersection.
Some samples there.
And it's going to use the road. And it's going to get an immediate speed increase, and I just think it's so awesome. Wait, this is aluminum.
We're going to check this perimeter.
See a big dollar sign there for you know, something found. I'll put another refinery going up there. I'm not sure how I'm going to get the money from this place to where I am right now, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. I'll have to look into that. But actually, it's good. It's a good thing because I'll get to show you how the this little like builder unit is gonna go and use the road, and it's gonna be way faster than look at this. Look at this. I just think this is so awesome. I just love that. Just look at that. Like he just actually uses the road to go over to there, and that's awesome in my opinion. So we have our FOB, and now we're gonna. Where's the helipad? The helipad is over here. We can build Ospreys, Guardians, and our Guardians are basically Apaches. Sorry. We can also build a little bird. So I'll actually build a little bird, and I'll show you DEFCON 2 further. Let's see. We got air control center. We can call in bombers and fighters and everything. And I'm gonna get my
survey team at your disposal.
Here because I want to find rare earth. I'm just gonna think it's gonna be like in the middle because it's gonna be a resource that's gonna be fought over a lot. One thing I'm gonna be interested in where these cars are gonna go. Maybe they're gonna drive all the way over here if that's possible. I probably should get another one of these LEMs and put them over here right in the road. And then tell the cars that come out of this building, and I'll have to build 3 or 4 more. I should also get the logistics upgrade so they can take more on the trip. Actually, I'll just build 2 more that they can drop their stuff off at the nearest point, which they will find, and it's going to be over here.
Upgrade completed.
Oh, is he inside probably? I'm not sure.
Building completed.
Oh, of course, now that's why we're going to go in it. There we go. So you can see one refinery can take 3 at the max, and I'm going to see if this works. I hope it works. It will be really awesome. I think I've just found aluminium, and I found nothing else. That's
at your service, sir. We're
going to
check this perimeter.
Oh, it's more aluminium.
Resources detected.
Okay. Oil. Let's have to search for it though. Can I go in here? Or is this... Oh, okay, the middle. That's actually pretty cool. So the middle area with the 60,000 building is only accessible by helicopter, which then means you can use, of course, fighter jets to go over there. You can use helicopters to go over there with infantry, or you can just send helicopters in general. That's a really cool thing. Maybe artillery can hit it too, but I'm not sure. I didn't know about artillery, but I wouldn't be surprised. Wow, look at that fucking truck go. Jesus Christ, man. That's what I like about this game. It's like, that's something you don't see in other games. Like, I'm such a fat nerd, I just love that crap.
Resources detected.
I'll keep on them. What's this? Oh, now we got rare earth. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build another refinery. Because this is gonna be important to get to DEFCON 1 for. Actually, I can build a refinery just over here. It's a little bit closer. It's probably smarter. Because DEFCON 1, yeah, you'll need a lot of resources from the blue ones, but I'm gonna need red resources to build most of the stuff in here, as you can see. So let's build myself a refinery right here.
At your service, sir.
And I'll build a refinery over here to get some. Actually, I probably can just build a refinery over there. What I like about it is like you're also starting. It's almost like Sim City. You actually have to get your cars. Well, if you know cars, if that makes sense in a way, you have to get your cars, your transports. You have to get them together. And the thing is that one thing is I'm not sure about is if you can have stuff from network 1 to go to network 2 and vice versa. Something that, you know, there's no tutorial and there's no nothing, so it's really hard to get to know if that's possible right now. Let me build a refinery over here. Because in network 1, I'll need, maybe you can build a, because in network 1, I'll need to get 4,000 of aluminium before I can actually, you know, get to DEFCON 1. So I'm going to build 2 more LEMs, and I'm going to tell these assholes to drop the stuff off at these ones. Not those ones, but this one. Actually, probably should wait until this building's done. Let's drop it off over here.
Completed.
Building completed. And then, how many people? Okay, I told these both these to drop it off over here. and then make sure I tell this last guy that's
Building
inside right now to
completed.
also do it at the same location. Because then I'm pretty sure it's going to be dropped into the network 1 area, which now means I can actually... It all seems to be one network. I guess because I linked these 2 areas together with the LEMs, it doesn't really matter anymore. So that's actually a good thing to realize. I think. So now let's upgrade to DEFCON 1. And...
M993, good to go.
is he able to go down in here somewhere? Okay, good, they are. Probably better to actually drive down here. Or just drive down here, because then it's probably going to use the roads more than already. So I'll actually build a third one. And this is going to be pretty big. I just want to get those rare earth resources because I haven't had them yet.
Where do you want
And
it
I'll tell this
delivered?
guy to drop his stuff off over there as well. Does this mean all of them, both of them are dropping off over there? Maybe it's like a... Okay, that's a good thing. Let's see what the guy that's inside this facility, let's see where he drops his stuff off into.
Upgrade completed.
So of course, you'd have to protect this. You can't really like keep this sitting here. Although I think there's no one inside, so I need to figure out why they're not actually dropping off. Interesting to see whether or not maybe they need power. Maybe they need power. No, they don't need power. The thing, stuff like that, I just need to figure out why it's happening, if that makes sense. But so far, so good. I'm gonna have to figure out why it's going. I should probably just build an FOB there and be over and done with it. So maybe that's a good idea. Let's put it over here. And then from there, I don't know, we'll see what we do. So from now, we already took 12,000 of, almost 12,000 cash off of that building. We're out into DEFCON 1, I think. So we can now start building Patriots and Peacekeeper nuclear missiles, accumulators, which are just very big power plants, which I think just means that it will keep electricity for a while. Processing plants, average... Oh. Isn't it a refinery? Hang on. Oh, look. Okay. That's why I went wrong.
Good to go.
That's why I went wrong. So, see, I'm still stupid. That's for sure. So I have to build this guy over here. And you don't have to build
Where
this
do
thing
you want it
anymore.
delivered?
Just sell this.
Where do you want it delivered?
And then, I'm not sure what these are doing. But we'll just build this building over here, and then we can actually get... And see, this, I love this. Like, these units can probably be attacked, but, you can defend them, and they're just going to go on their merry way wherever you tell them to go. And I just love this. Like, you can just... there's also upgrades, for example, here. You can build machine gun nests everywhere, so you can just get one of these, get the upgrade, and just put one over here, 2 over there. They don't even have to be in your base area anymore. Stuff like that's really awesome. Oil field here is almost done. The aluminum field here is almost done. That's fine. Let's see. Oh yeah, the airfield. So helicopters. Let's get that over here for now. Where did my airfield go? I think I put one over here. Yeah, I can get lightning, air to ground attack units. I can get Raptors, air to airs, obviously, and I can get B-2 Spirit bombers, which are probably the coolest things. And the thing is, I'll build a Raptor and I'll show you how it works. Let me get a helicopter over here because it's getting annoying to listen to the helicopter all the time. It's also a pretty fast chopper. It doesn't follow it. It looks really cool. But that's not the point of this. So we have a lot of stockpile. Let's see if we can. What's this? I'll just upgrade this because I just want to get rid of the stockpile.
Building completed.
So we now have this truck. These trucks, sorry.
Upgrade
that's pretty
completed.
cool. So you can basically get. Well, it's gonna. If one of these piles is complete, you already have earned the upgrade back. There's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's basically 6,000 or 7,000 that you get for free if you just do it. So the upgrade here, the rare earth development. So I can definitely see that
Upgrade
being
completed.
worth the time. Let's see. Let's see if there's any upgrades that can expand. Oh yeah, these hydro. That's probably interesting. Probably should have done it a while ago to get a better. How do you say that? Pardon me. To increase the exploitation speed. That's pretty useful. Expense duration of all. That's probably another nice one to get. Probably going to be like double the. let's see. So speed's going to increase
Upgrade
if they
completed.
mine. And now we're just going to see. So one of them has 1,000. One of these has, I think, like, I don't know, 1,500. And one of the blue ones has 1,500 as well. So let's see what happens if there's upgrades. 96.
Upgrade completed.
Let's take a look. Oh, I thought it would. I thought it would upgrade. Maybe I didn't read it entirely. That's fine. We'll get. I mean, I'm still learning the game myself. As you can see, like the cars over here are just gonna drop off. There you go. I think that is the red one, isn't it? Where's the blue? I'm not sure, but I'll just have to build more. It's gonna have to build
Maximum
more lem.
storage reached.
Where's my lem stuff? I just have to build. Like a real army, you're gonna need a lot of these like supply buildings. I'm gonna build 5 of them because I'm stupid, and I just think it's gonna help. And hopefully these
M993.
guys
Good to
will.
go.
Building
over here
completed.
sometime. Okay, they're gonna go over here, which I'm sure it's gonna work. Maybe
Building
not.
completed.
I'm so confused. At least I got a lot of constructions going here, so hopefully it's gonna. Okay, here we go. Now I got 800 of the red stuff, so now we're gonna quickly build a peacekeeper, which is a nuke, and we'll just put it over here. It's just for a tutorial show, and we can also build a accumulator, which I have no idea what it is, but we'll find out what it does. And oh, this is a free money making building. That's really good to see. And a Patriot will build that in a second just to show it to you, but I don't really have the resource for it now. So we're getting a power plant here, which is gonna, stock electricity, which I'm not sure what that means, but it's just going to, I guess just stockpile electricity if that's possible in a way. Oh, we're low on electricity, aren't we?
Building completed.
Oh. Okay. That's fine. Let me just pardon me. Let me find out. Let me build a power plant. Over here. Over there. There's 2 of them to be sure. And then we'll build one of these accumulators. Oh, you're probably just out of the materials. And this Patriot's really big. Jesus Christ. This is the nuke, or you can build one for nuclear missiles. Peacekeeper 2s, so they're bigger, better, faster, stronger. It's like that song. It's really scary. Like these nukes. I'll just
Building
build one of these to
completed.
see what happens. It's gonna take a while. Actually, it's not gonna take a while. Jesus, it's gonna be pretty fast. Yeah. So I'm building. Let's see what happens here. I've got this
Building completed.
accumulator done. I've got a Patriot missile system done. I'll build the administrative center for extra cash. So that's how, we're capitalists, obviously. I'm not sure how this works. It's just stock. Oh, I just think it has like 200 in reserve. So if you lose power, I've got no idea actually. I have no idea how this
Building
works. Stuff like,
completed.
obviously there's no tutorial yet, so I have to learn. The Patriot here looks pretty fucking awesome. I think I can probably put infantry inside of it or something. Oh, you can put different missiles. You actually have to put missiles in them. That's pretty cool. Load of flat one. You just have tactical weapons. Increases. That's pretty cool. So you can put more rockets in it. That's pretty awesome. Actually, I like that. I like that idea. So what we're gonna do. I'm gonna fire position at this.
Tactical missile ready.
That was scary. That was probably. Let's see if we can fire it over here. Oh shit. This is the airfield view, by the way. I can now follow the missile, just in the airfield view. And here's a car coming. Oh, she should probably send a Raptor over here so you guys can see how it looks like. This is basically, again, like War Game. You call in the plane. You can see the nuke coming in, by the way.
Building
Map.
completed.
You call in the plane. It's gonna come off map, and you can control them after, but they're gonna have to go off map again. But here comes the nuke. That's a smaller nuke, but this is so that's the damage it does. Does damage the building, and will definitely damage stuff. And here's the Raptor, which is a stealth plane. To a certain degree, it has optical camouflage, as you can see. I think it's just harder to hit for stuff. You actually have to decloak it if you want to start shooting at it, I think. But it looks really cool and has, obviously, you know, it's going to be an air superiority fighter. But you can also call him back, not cancel the evac. It's going to just fly back to below the airfield. Let's get the B2 stealth. Of course, let's get one, and let's actually get the upgrade first, because that's going to double the bomb load. Going to want to see what happens. And then I think I've pretty much shown you, you know, a lot. What I want to show is showing the resource gathering. I've shown you the units. Well, the units, of course, you'll see when I actually get to fight tomorrow. But it's gonna be interesting, because it's gonna be very tough, because I'm really scared on how you know, how good people are gonna be in this game, if that makes sense. I myself have a very small idea on how it works, but that's definitely not enough. But we'll get to it. Let me just build a B2.
Upgrade
After
completed.
upgrade's done, there we go. A B2 builds quite fast. And then basically, yeah, this is the air view for, like, so you can, like, follow the planes.
Upgrade completed.
And you can follow helicopters, and you can just basically follow units pretty way easier than you would normally. But
Survey
I just
team at
love
your
this. Like, I'm just gonna tell this car to go over here. It's gonna go on the road and follow him. Except for the weird motion blur. This also is played on medium graphics, by the way. Like, I cannot change. I'll take a look. I'll show you. You cannot change any of these options except for, like, you know, the window type and, like, some of this stuff here, like depth of field, which makes it look bad in my opinion. But nothing else. Like, you cannot really change anything here. Like, I would love to change this stuff to make it look better, but sadly enough, it's. I mean, it already looks quite good. I'll be honest. I think it looks quite fucking good, but. Yeah, it could look better. But now we're gonna. Oh, this is awesome. Just like, look at that. I just love how this is basically like SimCity. You're building, you know, like all the trucks moving. This is more to me like an actual like military sim, like well, like a military RTS. Like trucks, you have, you know, they have to get resources, like, you know, they do in a real war. You have to get money. Then they drive the road. You follow the road. They deliver that to your headquarters. It's just awesome. I mean, they're going pretty fast for tracked vehicles, but, you know, it has to be, you know, weird somewhere. We're gonna get the B2 coming in. That looks ginormous, Jesus.
Resources detected.
That's awesome. Look at that thing. And we're gonna get him to fire on this position over
Resources
here.
detected.
Let's follow our B2 in.
Resources
It's
detected.
gonna bug the fuck out of something, that's for sure. Let's take a look. Oh my god. So, explosions, check. Awesomeness, check. Giant planes that drop bombs from the air, check. A lot of stuff in this game reminds me of what I said, Company Heroes, Command & Conquer, and also of War Game, you know, in their own good ways. And so far, what I've seen, it's going to be a pretty micromanaged game, especially, you know, with, you know, having to check on if your fields are still, you know, fueled, and you're going to need, you know, to protect your fields, you're going to need to protect your trucks, and you're going to need to protect your supply
Maximum
routes, which is
storage
pretty
reached.
realistic, I think. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how this game works out, though, because I cannot wait to see, you know, campaigns, skirmishes, maybe even like some mods, and also just the multiplayer, which I'm gonna hope to you know, not suck at tomorrow, and hopefully awesomely show you some gameplay of that tomorrow. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the American units, the American nation, the U.S. as a nation in the game, U.S. Army. It's the only army in the game right now. But, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!
You claim this love that you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back.